Welcome back to another video. Today we have another remix team featuring Charizard, Dubwool, and a Whiscash. The idea here is the Dubwool has the same switch, and we got the core of Charizard and Whiscash as a pretty good coverage team. And we're going to start off with the Ollie Wrath here. Great lead for us. Our opponent does have the potential to throw Scald. The Scald does try to come in. It does debuff our attack. So we're going to be able to throw this move before they get to another Scald. Looks like they're gonna try and get to another Scald. So luckily we had back-to-back Dragon Claws. This Dragon Claw does go through to take it out. And here we're just going to stay in and throw this Blast Burn. This Blast Burn does roughly 40% damage, so that's pretty big considering it did get debuffed. Let's see if this is going to be carrying Future Sight. It does not, so it does allow us to get to another Blast Burn. This will come close to KOing this Cresselia. Let's see if they end up shooting. They do let it go, and this Charizard has absolutely wrecked this entire team. It looks like the Charizard was actually pretty good against the entire team. Now we got to deal with this Jump Bluff. This Jump Bluff is pretty tanky, as you'll see here. It does throw that acrobatics at us that did a huge amount of damage. Luckily, this Dubwool needs at least 2 charge moves to be taken out. And look at this. It's going to require at least 4 body slams from this Dubwool to even come close to taking out. So we have to shield here. And this is running a Fairy Wind, so it is able to get to this charge moves pretty quickly here. We're going to throw our Body Slam as soon as we have it, because we either want this to go down, and they decide to let it go. I guess they didn't believe that their Jump Bluff with 1 shield in the back would work out, but little do they know that we had a Whiscash double weak to this energy ball. So GG's to our opponent right there, and we honestly we probably got lucky, but I don't know if they would have gotten to a energy ball, because we still had a chance to catch. So on to the next one. It looks like we are facing a Girafarig. This Girafarig does no Psychic Main, and it's probably going to be throwing a bunch of them just to like debuff us. That's actually pretty big damage considering all things. We're going to go for this Dragon Claw here. This Dragon Claw does get a shield from our opponent. Then we decide to switch out because we already debuffed, and I didn't feel good shielding another Psychic Fang. Okay, so our opponent throws another Psychic Fang as expected, and then we're going to go for a Body Slam here. Both of us are trying to race towards the next charge move, and the fact that they haven't switched out, we're just gonna allow this Dubwool to go down. It's not gonna be able to do much damage to the next thing anyways at this point. Luckily we are able to survive that and kind of maintain some of this alignment here. So it looks like they reveal a Galvantula. This Galvantula is only going to be able to throw this Lunge. This Lunge is going to be neutral, and it does debuff our attack. So we have to go for this Blizzard. This Blizzard would potentially KO. So this is basically a 50-50 call. Oh, it actually doesn't KO. That is insane. That is actually insane. We actually got a Blizzard off, and it still didn't take out the Garvanch. So we immediately have to switch out. We're trying to get to this Blast Burn. This Toxapex is going to have to tank it. It only does probably like 30%. And at this point, we're trying to race to 2 Mud Bombs. We know that we have a shield, so we're going to shield the first one, obviously. This is probably Brine. Yep. And then we're actually not quite at double Mud Bomb. I think we're 1 fast move away. Yeah, we're 1 fast move away. We need to survive this Brine. Does Whiscash survive a Brine here? It does, barely. Okay, so this Mud Bomb does go through. It should do enough. Okay, it does take it out. And can we get enough? Yes, we do. We barely get the win right there. Kind of an interesting team that they end up having. the Garbench is kind of a problem for our team. Even though that Whiscash would only be taking neutral. Honestly, the Garbench is something that could wreck this league, because we're seeing a bunch of like ground flyer cores, a bunch of like Dubwools. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go for this Dragon Claw here. This Dragon Claw will be able to get CMP. And let's see, they go for the Mud Bomb bait. Nice job by my opponent. Here we're trying to throw on their next potential Stone Edge, but they decide to go for these Mud Bombs instead. So it looks like at this point they're committed to just throwing Mud Bombs to try to whittle this Charizard down. They end up switching out, probably trying to get our Charizard low enough. We end up throwing a Dragon Claw. They end up shielding. They're going to come in, and I'm going to come in with my Dubwool because it's a little bit more tanky, and obviously it's not going to take double super effective Leaf Blades. So here, at this point, we're just trying our best to get this Surfetch down as low as possible, because we do not want to see this. Here, I think this was a little bit of a misplay. We probably should have gone with the Whiscash to try to farm it down, because we had a shield and we know that they're going to throw Leaf Blade. So, okay, never mind. Okay, and yeah, it ended up costing us the game, because it looks like Charizard was really good on their entire team. So they did a great job on whittling that Charizard down to where we didn't have a chance to win this backline. They had two things pretty good against Whiscash in the back there, but honestly, kind of a wild team. I don't really see this combination where you have Quagsire, Airthorn, and Surfetch. So kind of threw me for a loop there. So GG's to our opponent right there. Yeah, excuse me. The whole team that we just faced, the Charizard would have been way better in the back, but on we go. So they have this Stunfisk here. This Stunfisk is going to be throwing a bunch of Mud Bombs. These Mud Bombs towards this Dubwool is not going to be that effective, so they decided to switch out to Ariados. Now the Ariados is going to be able to throw probably a bunch of lunges to try to debuff us. We go for the Body Slams here just because we can get to another Body Slam potentially. Okay, perfect. One fast move and then we throw. This Body Slam here, gets a shield, which is nice. And let's see if they're going to allow us to get to another one. They don't allow us to get to another Body Slam. So we're going to let this go. This Dubwool has done its job. At least it's gotten a shield. And now we could probably farm down with the Charizard. This Charizard maybe eventually has... Okay, we're going to let it go. Because even if it's a cross poison, we should survive it. And then we know that they're going to come in with their own Stunfisk, so we immediately switch out. And then we're going to be met with a Wigglytuff. This Wigglytuff, unfortunately, is Charm version. It is not the Fairy Wind, so we're taking huge damage right now. We're trying to throw on optimal timing while managing all of our health. So here, the whole idea is, at this point, we need to get to 2 Mud Bombs. Okay. That one right there. We decided to go for just the double instead of move timing. So we end up taking additional charm, and that's huge because now this Whiscash is not healthy enough to get to another Mud Bomb right there. So a little bit of an unfortunate situation. We barely miss out on another Mud Bomb because the extra charm came through. So GG's to our opponent right there. I don't know, maybe... Actually, sorry. We actually end up winning that one because the Shadow Charizard's Blast Burn is actually too insane. That was actually wild. I thought for a second right there, they were gonna KO us. So that was a little bit of a premature call right there. The Shadow Charizard ends up clutching that game. So GG's to our opponent. I was just thinking, man, that extra Mud Bomb would have come in clutch because I wasn't sure how much that Blast Burn would have done because it is resisted. But as you can see, it did a good amount. All right, so here we're gonna go with the Greedent, go against the Greedent. This Greedent, it's decided to stay in. We do have a Blast Burn to throw at this thing, so it looks like they do end up shooting the first one. This Greedent is not doing a lot of fast move pressure, but it is able to get to these body slams very quickly. So we're gonna decide to throw another Blast Burn at this thing. Let's see if they end up shooting. They decided to let it go, and we're met with the Shadow Machamp. Luckily for us, this Charizard is able to get to a Dragon Claw to do chip damage or even get a shield. So right now we're looking pretty good. We know that they have a ton of energy, and fortunately Whiscash is able to be tanking up to tank one of these cross chops. And then there we saved a Mud Bomb for that Machamp later on, and then we just come in with our double no matter what. Even though this is not technically a super great matchup, but we're trying to throw a move timing here. We throw 3 fast moves and then we throw the body slam. We're gonna see how low we can get this Gyarados, because this Gyarados should be able to win this double matchup with even shields. I know we have a shield here, so we're paying close attention to how much damage we're doing, how much damage we're taking. We go for the body slam right there, and we're trying to get to another one. We have to let this go because this double is already pretty debuffed. They go for the cross poison, and here we're just going to throw a Mud Bomb right after one fast move because we don't want to get debuffed, and we know that one Mud Bomb can take it out. And now it's just a race, and GG's to our opponent right there. We are able to get to the move, and they know it. So check out this team. It's kind of an interesting team, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.